welcome back to my YouTube channel, which I've been a bit quiet on recently and I'm sorry, but I'm back again and I thought I would film for you. This is like my almost everyday summer look at the moment, so it's a bit bronzy. As you can see, there's quite a lot of colour going on and it's using the Urban Decay Heated Naked Heat palette. So if you want to see how I got this, then just keep watching. Let's get started. So I have just had a bath and moisturised my face. It's a little bit tacky. I haven't actually got any primer at the moment, so I will not be using that. And typically, obviously on a summer's day, you don't want too much on your face, but at the moment it's raining outside. England life. So I'm just going to start straight off with foundation. So at the moment I have been using the Lasting Finish 25-hour Breathable Rimmel London foundation. It has SPF 20 and this one is in number 200 soft beige. I did recently buy the Ordinary foundation, which is really good, but at the moment I have a little bit of a tan from the sun, so my shade of that is going to be too light for me, so this might be as well, to be fair. Don't know. We'll make it work. So this is what I've been using. If you haven't used this one before, the applicator, it has a big dofer. So I just go straight on with my face. Look a bit weird putting this on. Oh, I've got a hair. Should probably have tied my hair up for this, but that would have been a clever thing to do, wouldn't it? Scooch forward a bit, okay, and then I'm just going to buff this in with a sponge. I was recently using the Real Technique sponge and my one got rather nasty, so I decided to throw that away, and I found this one in the drawer that I've had for ages, and yeah, I don't actually know where I got this from. I think it was from when I was signed up to Birchbox. So I can't remember the brand. I think it was like Eco Tools or something. I don't know if they even do sponges. I think they do brushes. But yeah, it's a good sponge. Works just as good as the Real Techniques one. It's a little bit grubby. I need to give it a clean, which is a bit disgusting. So just blend that down the neck. Okay, and then for concealer. So at the moment, my skin isn't too bad in terms of spots. I have a couple, I don't know if you can really see here, just to kind of, there's more like scarring from when I've actually had a spot. So I'm not going to bother covering them up because I can't be bothered, and who cares. So under my eyes I'm just going to use the Lasting Perfection Concealer. This is the newer shade they brought out quite a while ago now, I think now, in Zero Extra Fair. I think I'm actually running out, so I need to get some more of that. I'm just going to put that under my eyes. Some people have said they haven't got on very well with the new shade, but I quite like it. I'm just going to use the angled side, which I find really good for just getting right into the eye contour area. I'm just going to do the same to the other side, because that would be weird if I just did one, let's face it. Okay, so we are now all concealed, and I apologise for my hair. I don't know what I'm going to do with it today. I'm going out this evening and I might just put loads of hairspray in it and zhuzh it up a bit. Okay, so before I actually powder I've just got powder all over my bottom something. Before I actually powder under my eyes, I like to kind of let it sink in a little bit first, so I go in straight with my brows. So I don't know if you can still get this. I've got this off Amazon a few months ago because I heard good things about it. So this is the Freedom Brow Pomade in ash brown, and I've used this quite a lot since I've had it, to be honest, and it looks a bit grim around the side, but I've barely really made a dent in it, so that's always good. So I'm just going to brush through my brows first. Also, these are now my brows since having them microbladed. I don't know if I've done a video since I had them done, because I've been quite absent from YouTube again. And I know probably the whole point of having your eyebrows microbladed is that you don't have to then fill them in, but I quite like having them a bit more defined when I do my makeup. Ooh, that light reflection. I don't know if you're about to see me do this because I need to try and angle the mirror, but I will try and angle it right. Looks a bit crazy, isn't it, just doing the outline? Okay, so you can probably see the difference now, although that looks a bit extreme on the camera like that. But if I sort of sit back, you can kind of see. So they're still the same shape. The front of mine was slightly faded since having them done again, so I just kind of add a little bit more at the front. I'm just going to do the other one off camera because otherwise I'm going to have loads of time to edit. So back in mo with two brows. I didn't mean to swear at you then, sorry. Okay, so I'm back now with two eyebrows. I don't know what this is about. So as you can see, yeah, so they do look fairly natural to me. Obviously you've got makeup on them, but this pomade stuff I think is the best I've ever used. I used to always use powder because I was terrified of the pomades just looking sharpied on, which I don't think they do. I don't know. I'm not the best at makeup or brows, but this is what I do and it works for me. So yeah, and I think it's quite a good match to my hair colour, which is the main thing. So I'm just going to now add some powder under my eyes. I did have this as a compressed powder, but I don't know why, where I'm running out of it. It's all crumbled, so I just tend to use my finger. So this is the Manakadar Beauty. I'm probably saying that wrong. Again, this I definitely got in a Birchbox. And apparently this is full size. Look at the size of it to my hand, and it's about, I think it was like £19 or something ridiculous. I might be completely wrong with that, but that's what was in my head. And this is their HD Perfecting Powder. So, I mean, if you wanted to put this all over your face, you'd be here a bloody long time. So I just kind of get a little bit on my finger, not very much at all, and just kind of pat that under my eyes, just to kind of set the concealer a bit more in place and to try and avoid my mascara transferring onto the bottom lash line, which it tends to do, especially when I've been to the gym from work. But okie dokie, so I don't know why I just sound like I was going to introduce a game show. I then come back to my face makeup because I tend to do my eyes first, and then depending on how intense it's gone, I don't know why I'm doing this all of a sudden, I then kind of match my bronzer and everything to it so it doesn't look too harsh one way or the other, if that makes sense. So I kind of try and blend it all in together. Okay, and the palette I'm going to be using today is my new, although everyone's probably had this since it's come out, but the Urban Decay Naked Heat Palette. I love this thing. I never use the brush really that's in it. I tested it and it wasn't really my thing, so I just tend to use my own brushes. But these are all of the colours. So I'm going to start off in my crease as transition shade Chaser, which is this one just here. The most used shade basically out of the palette that I've been really enjoying. Coming closer, I feel like you can't see me. Let's get a bit more up close and personal. Hi guys, I don't know if you can still really see. My light is mainly here, which is a bit annoying. So this side would be easy for you to see. literally, since I've had this palette, I've probably used it like every single time I've worn eyeshadow, which says something about the palette, I think. Okay, so that's the transition shade done. As you can see, it's just quite natural looking. You could I sometimes just leave it like this, just because I can't bother to do anything else. Okay, so I'm now going to go just over the top of that with, oh god, let's try and do this. Let's take the brush out, maybe that's easier. Okay, so I'm going to go back in now with Cayenne, which is this colour just here, which is more like a deep brown. And just take a little bit of that and just run that through the crease as well, just to intensify it a little bit more. Also, does anyone else have an eye that doesn't really like taking to eyeshadow? Like this one for me seems to be really stubborn and doesn't want to either blend like the other one, or it's just like, no, I don't want that eyeshadow. I'm just going to stay on the brush. I reckon it's probably just me. Okay, so we've got a nice little smoky look going on right now. Also, this is going to look a little bit weird when I'm finished with the eyes before I do anything else, because it's just a bit bright, I don't know, so just bear with me till the end. Okay, so I'm then going to change palettes. So I've now got a very boring looking palette. This is the eBay copy version, almost, so I'm not really sure if it's, I don't know, very safe to put in your eyes. It doesn't tell you the ingredients. However, the pigment is there, people, so that's all I care about. So this is mine, which is, I don't know what happened to this one. I did use a lot of it and then I think it broke. So we are now just going to go all over the lid with this colour here, which is like a really nice sort of red, more like a burnt red kind of colour. See, look, pigment. Pigment, this is what we want. This is what we've come to see. I know what I mean, I'm just gonna... See, look at that red, love it. Considering this palette cost me at the time like £10, which is quite a lot, quite good for a lot of eyeshadows. The quality of the actual quality of the actual eyeshadows themselves are quite good, so the pigment is there, and also there's not really any fallout with these, which is quite good. Obviously the shimmer ones, it's a bit hit and miss, but if you use some setting spray, it tends to stay on your face. On your brush, I meant to say, and then on your lid, and not on your face. Tongue-tied. Okay, so then we've got some nice reddish eyes going on, which is quite nice, and then I don't put any more back onto this brush that I originally used for the base, but I just kind of go back in and try and blend those ones together a bit more, just for a bit more of a smoky edge. Okay, so this is where it's going to start looking a little bit more crazy until I've got the rest of my makeup on. So I'm going to go back in with the Naked Heat palette, and we're going to go back in with the first transition shade that we used, which is Chase, which is this one here. And I've just got like a pencil brush, which definitely needs clean, but just ignore that. And I'm just going to start on the first inner third of my eye and run it under my lash line. So on the other side. This one's really subtle, as you can see, like it almost doesn't show up, but I like it to sort of blend in a bit more with my skin before we add the vibrant colours as well. Okay, so then on the middle third, I'm then going to go back in again with the second transition shade. Oh look, hello me, that's a really bad angle. I'm going to go back in with Cayenne, which again is this one here. As I said, on the middle third. See what I mean? It's starting to look a bit intense now, but I quite like it. And then you guessed it, guys, we're gonna go back in with this one, a very messy palette, and go in with the red shade again on the outer third, just to give that bit of red a chance to kind of pull through with the top. Okay, so that is all the main colour done. So the last thing I like to put on my eyes is the inner corner, obviously highlight. So I tend to use my Sleek makeup palette for this. This one is the highlighting palette in Solstice. So you've got Ecliptic, Hemisphere, Subsolar and, I can't say that word, Equino. Which is pointless me telling you that because I have no idea which shade is what. And the only thing with this palette, it really annoys me, this mirror doesn't like bend all the way backwards, which is a bit of a pain, because I don't actually tend to use this like this. It's a bit, I don't know, I don't really do compact mirrors. Does anyone else not like them? So I'm just going to take some of this one, which is, as you can see, I've basically run out of because it's kind of gone all bobbly, but I'm going to take that on another pencil brush and put that just in the inner corner, give a pop of colour. I'll take a small amount and just run it under my brow bone, just for a little bit more definition for that brow bone. Look at that brow highlight. Okie dokie, so that is the eyes done for now, so we'll come back to mascara. So I'm now just going to put some bronzer around my face. I don't know if you can still get this because I've had this quite a while, but I quite like it. So it's the Collection bronzer, but it's the Bronze Glow Mosaic. So it's kind of like a mosaic, which makes sense, Zoe. But it's, I don't know if you can really see, there's some shimmers in it. I think actually, is it all shimmer? I think they're all shimmers, but they're all sort of different tones. And this is in number 2 Radiant, if you can still get it, so I don't really know. I'm just going to take that on a biggish brush and just pop that over my cheeks. Okay, then for highlight we're going back in with the Sleek palette, but I will be using the orangey shade, which is this one here. I love how kind of like marble these all look as well. I've never used, this one is a cream one, which I think I've tested, as you can see, but I've never actually put it on my face. I just don't, again, I don't get on very well with cream products. So I'm just gonna take a bit on, it's kind of like a contour brush, this one, but I've just the right size just to get on my cheekbone. So I don't know if you can really see that on camera. This side would be easier to see because of my lighting. So yeah, you can see that it's quite intense. Obviously my light is literally going right onto it, but it's quite a nice shade. I can take a little bit on the end of my nose, down the nose. Yeah, so you can see I'm glowing. And let's drop my brush and just a little bit of my Cupid's bow. I just love this highlighter. And then I know this is a little bit backwards for most people, and I don't really know why I do this, but I'm actually going to do my lips next and my mascara last. I don't know why. Don't ask me. It's just me. I like to be different. So I'm actually just going to use a lip pencil. And I think I might have used this in one of my videos before, because I've had this for a long time. And again, I'm pretty sure they still do these. I hope so, because when this does run out, I want another one. So this is just the Collection lip liner in 08 Natural. and I'm just going to line my lips but also fill this in as well because it's quite creamy. And before I put this on, I tend to just put on some lip balm, which I had already done, I just didn't do it on camera. So I'm just going to line the lips. It's almost not noticeable, but it just adds that a little bit more definition to your lips. It's almost like a your lips but better kind of colour, which is what I kind of prefer. And then when it fades, it's not as noticeable that you're just wearing off. So as you can see, it's nothing too intense. It just adds a little bit more colour to your normal lips, and I like it. And it lasts pretty well throughout the day, to be honest, because it's a pencil and not a sort of slippery lipstick. So then I'm just gonna curl my lashes and use some of my Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara. I am gonna do this off camera because I'll just take forever layering it up and it will just be boring to watch. So I'm gonna do that and I'll be back. Okay, and I'm back. So this is the finished look with the mascara as well. So as you can see, it's quite orangey, it's quite reddy, which I quite like, and I'm quite liking orange at the moment if you can't tell. Yeah, so I'll just give you a little close up so you can see. So this is it, obviously close up. So it's quite a nice bronzy, summery, autumny. I think it's an all year rounder, to be honest. I would wear this makeup literally all year round. Yeah, so that is it. Thank you for watching my video. I know I've been quite absent again from YouTube, but I'm not really sure why. I'm gonna try, like I always say I will. But if you're still subscribed, even though I haven't been posting, then thank you very much. I do appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.